All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Another fantastic Monday morning here at Health Plan Markets. It's 9:02 a.m. on October 24th, and we are a little over a week deep into Medicare AEP. And we also have open enrollment for everybody else coming up here next week as well. So want to talk a little bit about that today. But why we are here, we are here to improve the lives of our community with affordable healthcare. Thank you for being on this call, and thank you for being a part of that mission. So as always, we want to start the call off with some training. There's not a lot of training going on, obviously, during the open enrollment season. However, I do want to make sure that you guys are keen on what's going on out there, just in case you do have a little bit of time or you want to brush up on what's going on out there for yourself. So sharing my screen now with everyone. And by the way, if you're just on the call, I do recommend that you're on a computer for future calls, so that way you can see the screen, because I always share stuff visually there. And if you can't make the call because it is a Monday morning during open enrollment, and I'm sure you've got clients to see, just remember that these calls are being recorded and they're hosted on our YouTube channel. Just make sure that you go out there and you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Easy to find, Health Plan Markets. You'll see it there. Okay, so this morning and every morning throughout AEP, Tom Ryan has been kind enough to post up our Medicare Shop 23 enrollment video. So you can click there and watch the Medicare Shop training and enrollment video. That is what was previously called HPM Shop. It's for our Medicare Advantage enrollment quote and enroll tool. Remember, you can now enroll people by text, email, and phone. And you can send them your link, or you can send them your Pearl. You can also now record the scope of appointment verbally with your call recording capabilities. All of that is on there. So if you need help, please watch this training video first. And when you go to the training calendar, the link is there for every day. Or you can just go into your Gold Key and type in Medicare Shop 23, and you should be able to find that too. So that's what's going on throughout the training. This Thursday, Devoted is doing a coffee and chat session at 11:30. So if you have any questions about Devoted, they are on fire this year. So really hoping that you guys are paying attention to what they're doing. The only other training this week is on Friday the 28th. WellCare is doing their 2023, another training session, a virtual training. That's at 10 a.m. They're also doing another session at 2 o'clock on Friday in Espanol, in Spanish. So if you prefer 10 o'clock English, 2 o'clock in Spanish, that's for WellCare, just to catch you up on what's going on with WellCare for the year. So we are moving and grooving here, and we're through our first week. I want to say thank you very much to all of you that have been using Medicare Shop. Some of you, this is your first season using Shop. Some of you have been using it throughout the year. I really appreciate your patience. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, because there has been a couple of glitches and a couple of things happening, and I just want to kind of clear the air on the process, the procedure, and how we can make your lives as easy as possible with this new and improved software. So before I do that, I'm starting to get questions about points and the contests and all that fun stuff. So as a reminder this morning, I just want to go through the contest very quickly with you. We do have a contest rolling for AEP with points. So if you are selling Medicare Advantage plans and they are new to you and new to Health Plan Markets, or if they're a client that you're switching but they're new to Health Plan Markets, you will receive points for your enrollments. Okay. I'm going to send out a detailed video later down the road, but I just want to do this high level because I'm getting a lot of questions on that. We are going to Jamaica in the first quarter, or probably the early second quarter of the year next year, probably in late March or early April. And we're still nailing down the dates, but we are shooting for Jamaica. We've already got 2 properties that we've set up, all inclusive, and it's beautiful there. So everyone is invited. However, those folks that earn enough points will be able to go at no cost. Okay, so 50 points is where you want to shoot for. We're going to talk about that in a moment. What are the points, Justin? How do I get to the points? 50 points gets you to Jamaica. Okay, so it's 50 points to get to Jamaica. If you hit 100 points, then you can bring someone with you. And if you're clearing 150 points, we're going to put you in a beautiful oceanside suite. Okay. This is an all-inclusive resort. So I'm going to talk about, what are the rules there. The first one is all the applications have to be done through Medicare Shop. Okay. So if you're doing paper applications, those will not count for points. I am going to make an exception for a couple of them here, but in general, here's the rules. So we're going to go through the rules really quick, and then we'll go through the point system. The contest is based on points. Only Medicare Shop e-apps will be counted. I'm going to put an asterisk there. I'll come back to that in a minute. There's no exchanges. I can't exchange this for Mercedes-Benz or a trip to Paris. I'm sorry. It is what it is, what it is. If you are part of an agency or you're an agency owner and you want to participate in this contest, then agency partners will pay 50% for your team. So if one of your team members hits the number 50, we would just split it down the middle with you, obviously because we have an agreement for your agency. This is for Medicare Advantage plans only. PDP do not count. I will accept supplements. So supplements will count, but the Medicare Advantage is going to be the majority of this. No PDPs, okay? They must be new to HPM, meaning that they don't already exist in our book of business. Some of you have transferred from other agencies or FMOs and you're switching clients. And if that is happening and they're new to HPM, then we will count those points for you as well. And these are only for January 1st effectives, okay? So not February 1st or December 1st, it's January 1st, 2023 only. And that's how we're getting to our points. So let's talk about the points here. We've got a very easy schedule here. There's 1 point and then there's 2 points. Make it very easy, okay? So the 1 point plans are listed on your screen here. Now, we ran into an issue where, Florida Blue, we're not able to do the HRA on there. So that part of it has been kind of difficult to get you guys to use, HPM Shop. So I am going to count that, but you do have to report the app. And again, we'll go into detail about that. Everyone should know how to manually report an application. If you don't, reach out to a team member and we can assist you with that. And then the 2 point plans are listed here as well. Now, one of the other exceptions is that Ultimate is not on Shop. So however you're doing Ultimate, we will count that, but you do have to report that application on the Medicare app report. So we'll talk about that later down the road as well. Health First is another example of that. If you're writing Health First, it's not on, you can see it on Shop, but you can't enroll them on Shop. We understand that, so you can go ahead and use your points. Just make sure that you manually report that and we will count it as well. But all others, there are no other exceptions to that. Everything else has to be through Medicare Shop. So we want to encourage you to use e-apps. Obviously, it's going to help a lot. And I do understand that, we've had a few glitches. So we're going to talk about, Medicare Shop and some of the issues here, okay? So for compliance purposes, we are very keen on making sure that we keep you compliant. So we don't automatically turn on all your selling permissions, okay? Here on joinhpm.com, if you're having issues and you're not seeing a health plan that you should be RTS for, you're going to go to this chat feature here and we have some instant answers, okay? So at the bottom here, you'll see either a purple chat button or you'll see somebody's face there. Just click on that. And there's a couple articles here. How can I add selling permissions or how do I check my selling permissions? And when you click that, there's a step-by-step guide, making sure that you know what's going on. We do have a selling permissions request form. So I am going to copy that link and put it in the chat, just in case if you're finding that you are missing some selling permissions, just fill out that form, okay? It's like a ticketing system. Or if you can't remember to get to that form, just shoot us an email at support@askhpm.com. Should be pretty easy to do that, okay? But there's things that you just have to know, okay? The first thing is are you properly contracted and aligned with health plan markets for that specific carrier? We've run into people that, hey, I'm live for this carrier, but they didn't have the contract with us, so we can't turn it on. Are you ready to sell for the upcoming year? We've had people that thought they were RTS, but they were missing a contract or they were missing a module. Okay. Do you have proof that you're RTS? Some carriers don't tell us that you're ready to sell. So we need you to share that information, a screenshot, a certificate, something that says, hey, I am RTS, until we can prove it on the reports, because not all the carriers share that information. You would think that's the case, but it's just not. Are you licensed in the state that you're requesting? We've had folks that are requesting new states. They have their non-resident license, let's say in Mississippi, but they forgot to tell the carrier that they want to be appointed in Mississippi. Okay. It doesn't happen automatic when you get your license. You have to be appointed with each and every carrier again. So we go through that to make sure that you don't make a boo-boo. And then have you sent an appointment request to that particular carrier for that particular state? So that's what I was mentioning there before. Just fill out that form. If you check all the boxes and say, yeah, these, I should have selling permissions on Shop, it's not on there, please let us know. And then if you like the article, if it works for you, click and give us some feedback. Feedback's very important for us so we can continue to create resources and guides for you. So, it makes sense going on. But easy peasy. If you have an issue, support@askhpm.com. That is an email address. Please email us any issues, all issues that you might have. You can email us there. If it's easier for you, if you're online and you're helping clients or whatever, we do have a chat feature. All of our team should be online all day, just chilling, waiting for you to chat. We'd love to chat with you there. Or, of course, you can call or text us at 844-696-3975. That number is always the same. That does receive text messages as well, so you can call or text us there for support. So just remember that we're here to help you on that, okay? The live chat feature is new, so test it out. Let us know how you do. All you would need to do is go over to the ask part here. And if somebody's online right now, no one's online, but they will be because my team is good with that. You can send that in and that'll go as an email address, or you can go in there and chat with us. So you'll see an email or chat. So just know that is a thing, and we're here to help on that. Okay, want to jump to the Spark platform. Those of you that are using Spark CRM, I'm very excited to hear the feedback that you guys have, with Spark. One thing I do want to make mention of is some of you are inputting your new clients into the CRM system, and you might be trying to add a 1/1 effective. There's a couple workarounds because it'll say, hey, you can't add a 1/1 effective. I think they fixed this issue now. So if you go in there and select a plan for one of your members, you can select 1/1. If not, what you want to do is you want to add the policy and put pending for 1/1 effective. There is a drop down for 1/1 now. And then, so just leave it as pending until the 1st, because it's not typically active until the 1st anyway. Now, if you're having trouble, you can go ahead and add the person, save the contact, and then come back and update the effective date. So you just have to play around with it a little bit, but you'll be able to figure it out from there. I also want to make mention that you guys have the ability to create consent to contacts. These are your lead sources, okay? If you're working with doctors or some of the doctor reps, this is a really key and critical portion here. So let's say you're working with physician partners. You're going to create a physician partner consent to contact. Very, very easy. Just go up there, add source, name your source, and you have a brand new URL. And so I'm going to copy this URL. This is how you're going to track your leads and compliantly get permission to have that member, that you can call that member. So let's say I send this over, and as you can see, physician partners, I can see their information here. So they can put in the patient's first name, last name, preferred name, zip code, email, phone, text, all that good stuff. And then when they click agree and submit, this allows you to call them, okay? So you can call them, and as long as it comes through there, we have a copy of that consent to contact, okay? You can also create a QR code with that same consent to contact, and think of it as leads. So if you guys want to do your own mailers, or if you want to do events, or if you want to leave something at the doctor's office, or do postcards or whatever, you can put that QR code on there. And if somebody scans it and fills this form out, it's tied directly to that particular lead source. So you can see how many leads you got. And every time it comes in, this little red bell up top will let you know that you have a new prospect. You can call them. Okay, you can call them because they filled out that form. Okay, we have some more resources on that. So if that's still a little confusing to you or hazy, just let us know, and we're glad to help you on that. The other thing I wanted to make mention with Spark, because they're doing a great job with the tech here, is if you have a member that you helped out and they're really extremely happy and they say, hey, you know, I might have some referrals for you, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to that person's profile here, and you can pick anybody here. I'm just going to pick, you know, one of my fake ones here. We'll do JJ, Mary Pat Smith. Okay. And up at the top here, the big purple button that says edit contact, the drop down here, you're going to click send referral request. And so that'll send a referral to, in this case, Mary. Let's say, Mary, you had mentioned you might know somebody that needs my help. Mary will fill out her information. And then once she submits her information, it'll create a beautiful email. And then she'll be asked to put in her prospect, her lead, her referral in there. So maybe her neighbor Dave is there. And so she'll fill out Dave's information, and Dave will get a beautiful email from Mary saying, hey, I just got help from Justin, and you know, this is how you do it. So it makes the referral process a lot smoother, and it's pretty easy to use. So again, under the profile there, you're just going to click that drop down and click send referral request. Also, if you're not using that send needs analysis or send needs assessment, you are missing the boat on that. If you have a prospect or one of your members that calls you and says, hey, I want a plan review, this is what I would recommend. You're going to say, all right, Mary, happy to help. I know it's been a year since we talked. So what I'm going to do is send you over a needs assessment. It's a quick little survey, should take you about 5 to 10 minutes to complete. And that will shortcut a lot of our information. I'll be able to grab your doctors, your medicines, and any other pertinent information, maybe your plan ID and all that, so I can go out and do shopping for you. So anything that you can do to make your clients' lives easier is going to be an arrow in your bag there. Okay. So it's very easy for you to do. Just let them know you're going to send them an email. Email comes in, it's just a little link. They click it and they fill out that survey. They can do it on their phone. They could do it wherever they receive their email. So very, very easy, very, very pointed on how that works. All right, cruising along. Wow, lots to do here today. Okay, so in the Gold Key, everybody should have this. And again, this is your knowledge base. This is your brain. Okay, this is your brain. Remember, we talk about the 3 B's. You got your brains, your book, and your business. This is your brain here. That's why we have the elephants on it here. So in case you need to get to this, join hpm.com/gold key, save that, and you will have a knowledge base here. So in here, I want to point out a couple of things. The first is the PCP appointments. Okay, you can go to the PCP appointments, and CenterWell has a brand new contract. If you're referring business to CenterWell and you want to be compensated for setting up their first appointment, you can fill out this information here. Just click that link and it has all the instructions on how to get started, including a little training video there. You do have to fill out a brand new contract and send that over to Carla. Carla will get you set up in the system. So you are now being paid direct from CenterWell. Okay. We will no longer be paying that. We're finishing up a few last payments. So we're going to get you guys paid on that. And then everyone else, go ahead and get signed up so you can get paid direct from CenterWell. The amounts now, I think, is $150 for a CenterWell is what I'm hearing from them. Again, I don't know. We are not compensated on it. We don't run the contest. This is for you only. Okay. There is a training video if you want to learn more about the agent coordination program. That's there. And then dedicated, the program is here too. Please make sure that you complete the training for dedicated. Otherwise, your name will not show up on the form. Okay. We've had a glitch in that. And if you did complete the training, just let me know so I can go in there and find it. And that way we can get you compensated for setting up your appointment there with them. For dedicated, it's $200. So that's what they're paying. They do require us to pay you. When the day comes that they go direct, it will be direct to you. So it's just less moving parts. I understand that, but unfortunately, that's their resolution on how they're running the program. Okay. So again, under the Gold Key, go to PCP Appointments, and you can get all the information there. Or join HPM.com, click the chat button, go to answers, and I'm just going to type this in really quick. Let's say you're looking for the dedicated program, and you could see, type in dedicated, and you can see that here's the program here, and there's the training. You can complete that. So it's a step-by-step walkthrough guide that we created on joinhpm.com. So just trying to make your guys' lives a little easier, and then let us know how we're doing on those articles. We'll continue to build that out as a knowledge base as well, because it seems like it's a little bit easier to use than the Gold Key that we have posted there. But explore, go out there into that Gold Key and see what you can find. So there's great stuff like the Spark platform. There's all the training videos in there. Medicare Shop 23 is in there, all sorts of trainings. And then one thing I'm getting a lot of questions about is SEPs. So we have a section for known SEPs. And remember, special election periods vary by carrier, not by CMS. They vary by carrier. Each carrier decides which SEPs they will accept. So now with Hurricane Ian, we do have a SEP that's coming through. So this one is from Aetna. Aetna has an SEP available, and it started September 23rd through January 31st. So you basically have an extended AEP. If anyone does not make a change, now here's the key. If anyone does not use their AEP election and you meet up with them on December 8th, depending on which carrier, you're going to select that carrier that accepts Hurricane Ian as an SEP, and you can go from there. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to make mention is under the knowledge centers here, under carriers, SEPs are, very complex sometimes. And I got a couple of text messages and calls over the weekend about SEPs. I think Humana has a phenomenal guide here for SEPs for 2022. So there's a guide there. It's a PDF. You can download that and keep it with you and use it as a resource. I am going to copy that into the chat. You guys can reach that pretty easy there, but go to that SEP agent guide. And I think that's probably one of the best tools that's available out there. And that's built by Humana. It's really easy, gorgeous to look at. So I'm opening it up now. It's a PDF. You can print it out if you want and carry it with you, or you can keep it on your laptop, iPad, your phone, whatever. And so it talks about IEP, what happens when you turn 65. One that I think a lot of folks forget about is that a member during their ISEP, their first time, they get a rolling OEP. And what that means is if they did choose a plan, they have a 60-day window to make one more selection, like get out of jail for free card. Okay. Now, in here, it talks about 5 stars. When can you use the 5-star SEPs? And right now in Central Florida, we only have Optimum. In other parts of the country, I know Kaiser Permanente has 5 stars. We have Devoted 5 stars in Ohio. And so there's a couple of 5 stars that are out there, but you can see where all of that SEP information lives. Okay. It talks about duals, all that stuff. Really, really great resources. Just want to make sure that you guys are aware of, because I know there's a lot of information out there and it does become very overwhelming. Okay. Now, for those of you that are doing events, which I congratulate you and very proud that you're doing events. Also, it's really a great way to grow your business is through events and community marketing. The seniors are going out there again. Okay. So under the Gold Key, you're going to go to events, and please remember that it is mandatory that you file all events. You have to complete this form first. If you have not completed this form and you have events out there, please get this form completed. It's going to do two things. Number one, we're going to get it to where it needs to get to. You do have to let us know where you're doing events for Medicare. If it's for Medicare focused, you got to fill out this form so we can get it to a carrier. Okay. So we're trying to keep you compliant. So that's number one. And then the second thing is we're going to help you promote these events through our website. So if you're not reporting these events, we don't know, and we are not going to promote them on our website. Okay. So please make sure that you're filing those events and getting them in. Now, if you're doing a carrier-specific event, there is additional guidance here. So for instance, if you're doing something with Devoted, they have their own way of filing their events specifically with Devoted. Please also make sure you file it with us so we know where you are and so we can help you with stuff, okay? We also have a couple of resources here, marketing resources and presentations that you can use as well. So check that out, and that's under the Gold Key under events. Okay, please file your events. We don't want to have a boo-boo out there. It's the last thing you want to deal with. Let's talk about HRAs. I am happy to announce that we are seeing a lot more HRAs this year on Shop. Very excited because most carriers, and not all carriers, but most carriers are now allowing you to either bounce out. So after you complete your application on Medicare Shop, you can bounce out to their HRA form, or it's already baked into the application. So for instance, United Healthcare is the newest addition. We have the most HRAs for United Healthcare this year. Very excited to hear that and see that. So make sure that you complete that HRA right at the backside of the application, okay? We're watching to see who's doing HRAs and who's not. First of all, you get paid to do it, so I don't know why you wouldn't do it. But now the carriers are allowing you to come back in some instances and complete the HRAs at a later date. That is carrier specific. And to go even deeper, it's also plan specific. Some plans are not going to allow you to complete their application on Shop, and some of them are not going to allow you to do the HRAs. Okay. So for instance, Florida Blue, you can do the application online through Shop, but their HRA is not available on Shop. That was their decision. It has nothing to do with us. That was their decision. They did not want us to have the HRA on Connecture on Shop through the software that they built. That'll probably be changing next year, but as it is, that's what's happening. And I understand that you guys are wanting to complete that HRA for that additional compensation. So we do understand and know that. So, we want to encourage you. Don't want to slow you down. We want to be a partner with you. But there's also things that we have to track and make sure that everything is working well on that. Okay. So HRAs, I'm going to go here and I'm doing this very quickly here under contracting here. All right. So we have some HRAs, and I'm going to give you guys a quick update, and thank you to John for getting this locked and loaded for us. So some HRAs are not going to be available, and some of them are going to link out. Okay, so Aetna Medicare is available and it links out. Looks like Alignment Health is not available. Amerigroup Anthem. Now Anthem includes Freedom, Optimum, Amerigroup, HealthSun. They are all available for HRA enrollment, so you can do that. That's baked in. Let's go over to Baycare. The HRA is not available. The enrollment is. Brand New Day is available. It's baked in. Care Plus is a link out. Central Health Plan is baked in. Cigna is a link out. Clever Care is baked in. Clover and Connecticut do not have HRAs available. Let's see here. We've got Devoted is baked in. No for Emblem, no for Florida Blue. We talked about that. Freedom Healthcare is baked in. Global Health is baked in. Let's see. Link out. Humana's got the link out. Kaiser Permanente is a no. Molina is a link out. Optimum is baked in. And then at the bottom here, we've got Oscar Medicare, no HRA. Scan, no HRA. Simply Healthcare is baked in. No to Ultimate Health Plan. They do not have the enrollment either. And then United Healthcare is baked in. WellCare is a link out. So hopefully that helps. If you guys would like me to send that out to you, I'm happy to do that. We can create some kind of resource. but it's there. I'll make it available as well. That'll be in the Gold Key. Okay. Now, with that, we're at the top of the hour. I've got lots and lots of other things to do and talk about, to help you guys. One last announcement. Aetna sent out an email last week about their formulary. They have now 300 drugs that have dropped to a lower tier, which means that the copays are going to be downgraded for your clients, which is really awesome for your current Aetna members. But I'm letting you know that because sometimes the summary of benefits don't reflect things like this. And so, if you're running drugs for your members, take a look at Aetna and their formulary for this year, because it might be pretty impressive on what you're going to be doing. Okay. So again, Aetna has dropped the copay to a lower tier for 300 drugs. That's a lot for a formulary to drop that down. So pretty impressive. Check that out, and hopefully you might be able to help a few folks with that. So we're at 9:32. Thank you guys very much for being on the call today. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Please let us know how we can help. And remember, we're available at support@askhpm.com. Email us there. You can give us a call or text us at 844-696-3975. Or you can go to joinhpm.com and you can chat with us. We'll be really, really happy to speak to you, chat with you, and answer any questions that you have, okay? Thank you guys very much for your partnership. Good luck this week, and let us know how we can help.